I have a very funny question to ask to Maheshji actually. Um, so this is like off context of the topic, but I would like to understand like what he thinks about it, and like Atreji and Ramiji, if you would like to contribute as well, that would be really engaging. Um, the question that I have for you all is like, as Elon Musk is planning to send humans to Mars, now the focal point, the center point changes from Earth to Mars, right? Have you all thought like things like that would change in astrology? Have you ever thought about this from like from a point of view? Because like when you all talked about a lot of talking points, there was like from location accuracy, a lot of things change. What changes when you go to a different geography, right? Mars is whole another geography for us.
So Mars have a two moons. You know that. I so we see the problem. People do not understand the moon here. To be honest with you, see, we do not have a drastically changing seasons on Earth, thanks to the sun and moon. Actually, they keep Earth on check, so that so Earth remains, North Pole remains North Pole. It doesn't spin like Australia doesn't become a Greenland, and uh, I shouldn't say this. Editor, please cut it. So, but this is live. Oh, sorry.
Mm.
So, so it keeps on the check. Everybody for sun and moon. Now, the thing is, what is Tithi? Tithi is the distance between sun and moon. Now think about Mars per se. We can calculate, the formulas can still apply, but we have two moons. Now we have to think about how that will work. I am thinking more about the more weird situation. What if we all move to Zeta Reticuli, where it's a dual star, it's a twin star system where they have a two suns. So how things will work. So the things this astrology was derived was written basically Panchang for mainly for the earth. If you look at the astrology, you cannot break Jatakam for the people who live in the north of, I think, 80 degree or 85 degree of latitude. Lagna would be will not be applicable because 6 months of days and 6 months of night in the summer and winter, and the lagna in a day, you see that there are earth go through the 12 signs, where the day doesn't change till 6 months. You will see the Diwali and everything on one day, Ganesh Chaturthi, all in summer one day. So it may not be applicable that much on the North Pole. But you know what? I don't think Indians will move to the North Pole or anything or to the South Pole. I'm sure because they are in IT, finances. Okay, maybe somehow like Dr. Jyot, Basu Bose will go there, but they are very not many. Probably I will let Ramiji to answer with his technological excellence.
I think that the whole body of astronomical knowledge would have to change because, as Maheshji said, astrology is essentially geocentric. So, if we did move to Mars, then we'd have to rejig everything to be Mars centric. And then we have those. Hindu astrology has developed over 5,000 years. So, in another 5,000 years, maybe we'll develop some appropriate Panchangam for Mars. So I don't think we should worry about that too much. We won't be there in vast numbers.
Yes, that
Yeah,
is
just to add one more thing to that is most of the Vrata observance and Tivahars are Mahesh Shastriji said, and also it's Tithi based, and then if the Tithi doesn't changes and then the sun doesn't set in a day and then rises, Tithis, we may not be able, no need to observe that, or maybe it is become obsolete in observances. And also for all the vratas are all for bhukendras only. Vratas are not for any other planets or any other loka other than the bhuloka, because where you have hunger, where you have food restrictions, where in terms of food restrictions, there's no other loka that people need to eat. That's why when we offer the naivedyam, prasadam to the deity, they only have to see it. They don't need to put it in their mouth to eat. So therefore, for them, the observance, there's no hunger, there's no thirst, and you don't need these things. These two things are earthbound only. That's why in our yajna karya, most of the yajnas, we upload all these things through the fire. For Indra and Varuna and for all these 5 deities, the offerings in the fire that we make in the yajna are all grains and various other things, only because it is not grown there. It is not there available to them. So these things yajna become obsolete there because Indra performs yajna based on the ingredients available here on earth. And how could you upload that? So when he did become Indra. So this is a Shastra says clearly this yajna are all ishti, they're all remedial prayers. There's no remedy, there's no death and there's no birth there. So many of these remedial prayers are become obsolete in the other lokas. So I don't think so we will ever be able to live as we live on earth and to be able to observe. It may have to be a total changes in our lifestyle. If ever we get to go there, even then it is a very controlled environment only. So we can't live. First of all, where there is no flowing rivers, there is no need of the tirthasra, the tirthasnanam and all these things are become obsolete. So I don't think so it will ever eventuate, even if it eventuated, it was only a tourist place kind of thing, not permanent living for our Hindus, as far as the Hindus are concerned.
If they go, I will ask them to go with the Ashtavakar Gita and full on Advaita mode, that we are all consciousness. All the human body is, Atreyaji, right? That Shiva prayer, Chidananda Rupam Shivoham na Mata na Bandhu na Pita na Putra.
I mean, there's also Charvaki clearly says, there's one verses which we now understand. Mata nasti, pita nasti, nasti bandhu sagodara, ardham nasti, graham nasti, tasmat jakarta. So we have to be self-oriented basically. Neither your mother nor your father going to stay with you to help you to live, to take you further. It is your knowledge. You have to look after, not your friends, nor your relatives. It is your own, your left. So therefore, you need to look after yourself and to engage. And the key to the liberation is as you know, is knowledge. And so whatever the knowledge that we could share and part, the knowledge becomes the key to all the understanding. So nobody else, everything, all the relationship that we have is only based on what we live while we live on earth. And mainly when on earth, we only go through the sentences that for our past karma. And once we've been liberated from that, we are exempt from all these things. So therefore, such activities are become immaterial there.
Actually, I just want to make a comment. My greatest reference source is Swami Chatananda.
Wow.
Swami
Chat GPT says.
So I've just asked Swami Chatananda about what can we do about the horoscope on the North Pole. So he said that a horoscope cannot reliably be compiled for the North Pole. What can be computed, even though the Lagna is impossible, you can calculate planetary longitudes, Grahasputa, moon's Tithi Nakshatra Yoga Karana, Rashi chart without houses, So it would be a pure sign chart. Navamsha and other Vargas can be calculated, and Gocharas transits. Basically, all calculations based solely on the ecliptic remain valid. So you can still do a chart, but you'd have to adjust it.
Wow.
It will be
That's
difficult. So because the trait of the person is decided from the lagna, physical trait and
Yeah.
all. So it will be difficult. So the
But
moon-
here, Swami Chatananda says you can use a Lagna less chart, Rashi plus moon chart, treating the moon as the functional Lagna, and then read yoga solely from Rashi relationships, using Navamsha and other Vargas. So Swami Chatananda has given us some options.
that
If
will
there
be
is a
roughly
two moon, then what
2.5,
will happen?
4 days. Moon remains in one sign for 2 and 4 days. So like 24 plus 48 plus 6. So roughly 54 hours. Everybody born will have a same.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
funny.
For
So we
But this
humans
is the
can.
funniest question like you have brought. I didn't know that you will pull this up.
yeah, this is something that I've thought about when I was studying astrology and like Vedic astrology. I used to think about this topic once, and I stumbled upon a blog post which actually discussed about certain implications of this. But you all brought so many new perspectives to my knowledge, honestly. So that was really nice to hear. Thank you so much for contributing.
Oh, bolo Swami Chatananda ki jai.
That was very great as well. Yes, Swamiji. I was actually going into the weeds of my mind thinking about like who is Swami Chatananda, and then I think Atreyaji.
Atreji.
Yeah, thank you, Atreyaji, for helping me figure that out, or else like I would be searching that.
Swami Chatananda.
Uh, so yes.